Of all nature's gifts to the human race, what is sweeter to a man than his children? Meaning, children are purity, children are absolute, total, whole, complete in themselves. Children also are the epitome of character, integrity, morality, kindness, understanding, authenticity, maturity, and other virtues in the world that we could never develop, that we could never have in our lives, and certainly we're not going to have them either to the end of our lives because we're possessed by our own egos, because we're attracted and obsessed with external entertainment, pleasure, attention, money, power, riches, wealth in our lives, all of which is, again, at the end of the day, transitory, conditional, worthless, meaningless, external, anyways. So we can possess all we want and desire in our own image, but ultimately all that fades because our mindset changes, because our mind does not always value what it continues to possess or what it already possesses. The mind devalues, degrades it in a certain period of time. Sooner than later, the mind starts to devalue and disregard what already is in its possession, and that is wealth, riches, attention, fame, pleasure, entertainment, and all that, because everything has an expiration date inevitably at the end of the day. And the mind also constantly fluctuates between good and evil. It changes and alters its desires, interests, temptations, needs, ambitions. And so we can possess all we want, but the mind is going to follow, the mind is going to change, and we're not going to feel special, powerful, wealthy, possessed anymore. So children are everything. We should have children because they are the greatest gifts of not only nature but also the gods in one word. Now that they are purity, holiness, they are absolute, authentic, original, fundamental in our lives. We can learn a lot more from them than we could ever learn from ourselves. We cannot necessarily learn from the serious talks and discourses and reasonable behaviors from the other men around us in the society, but certainly we can learn a lot more than everything else by observing children's behaviors, from children's attitudes, actions, innocence. We can learn more than any education system or people in the world. So that's good for us.